Hi guys, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shanny, hi! So welcome to part 2 of today's Ask Shanny video. If you missed part 1, I will put the link in the description below and you can go check it out. So this is part 2 of another very long Q&A. If you don't like the long Q&As, that's okay. You don't have to watch them. Go ahead and go watch something else, or you can pause and come back and I'll be here forever and you can come back and be and the things. Okay, let's get into your questions. Choose happy daily. Looking gorgeous, Shanny. Thank you, sweetie. And thank you for all your comments. You're a sweetheart. Alice says, could you live stream? For the long videos, there would still be no editing, but also live questions. How do I do that? Again, I am so, what did I say in the other video? I came up with a name for it and now I can't remember. I'm so social media-shly ignorant and I don't know how to do anything and I don't know how to do anything on the computer. But yeah, if I can figure it out, I thought about doing that, but what if nobody's there? Would you guys be there? How do I time that? Because like probably a good half of my followers are on the other side of the world and like a completely different time zone. So how does that even, I don't know. What do people do? I don't know. Give me more information. Is this something you people want to see? I don't know. Oh, let's go to it. That's not the video I wanted to, that's not the one. We can't stop. We won't stop. That's not good. Don't you know it seems in the night? Don't take no pretty down the night. We can't stop. You're so talented. There it is. Thank you. I hate computers. I hate everything. I don't know what I'm ever doing ever. Why did I choose to be a YouTuber? Oh, that's right. Because I love talking to people, but not in person. But if I run into you, don't be afraid to like, you know, say hi to me. Okay. What should I sing today? What was I singing earlier? It was a church song and it was really pretty. I don't know. Okay. Sheridan Arotsky. Hi, sweetie. What is your profile picture about? What is that? You look like a blue Raggedy Ann doll, except blue, because your lipstick is blue, your hair is blue, your nose is blue, your eyes are blue. What is this? Is this a costume? Is this your face? Because it's gorgeous, whatever it is. What is it? I need to know these things. Okay. You remember to smile too. Oh, thank you. I love you, Shanny. Thank you. I love you too. I know it seems weird because I don't even know you, but I feel like you're kind of like an older sister, and I love that. I love watching your videos for advice or just if I need some uplifting. I hope you get as uplifted as we do. Did that make sense? Yes. I don't know, but I love you. I love you too. I know that's not really a question, but I wanted to read it because I've like talked about before how you guys are my YouTube family, but I really kind of wanted to point out again that it's like I look at you guys like my best friends, like a group of best friends, like that we get together and go to dinner and chat and gossip and be together and just have fun and talk about life and get through life together. Like we have created such a sweet little community within my comments of my videos between all of you, and I don't know, we've got a pretty good, like, you know, loyal people that do it every single time, but then we also get people coming in and coming out, and nothing makes me happier than that in the whole world. I didn't know that I didn't really think of this as a possibility of happening, but now that it has, I am so grateful for it, because on my hard days, I can go and see this is going to sound so freaking cocky of me, but I don't know how else to say it. I can log on and see the conversations between you guys and see you guys loving each other and helping each other and asking each other questions, not just asking me, but like talking to other people. Does anybody else here struggle with this? What did you do to get through it? Oh, I did, sweetie. Don't worry, you'll do it. I'm praying for you. I know you have a doctor tomorrow. I'm praying for you. Like all these, like you guys have created friendships between each other, and I can't help but feel great about myself with that, because I'm like, I sort of started that with my channel. I didn't start that idea. It happens everywhere on all YouTube channels. But I'm just saying that you specific people, you know who you are. It makes me so happy to know that you all have a place that you can feel safe to come and to vent or to comment or to share helpful tips on how to get well and to share your experiences so that we all don't feel alone anymore. Like, I cannot tell you how much that means to me. So please keep that going, and please just keep adding more. Tell people to come and join us. Like, we have a really wonderful group going, and I don't even know what I would do without you guys. I don't know how I lived so long without you guys, but I'm gonna get emotional. Wow. I don't cry, but I'm getting emotional inside. And I can't tell you, I just didn't expect this to happen, and I'm really grateful that it did. So I love you too, was my point. So thank you. Okay. Snot pup. I love it. I relate so much to the things you say. I actually thought about it the other day. How I can't eat a full meal. Yeah. Like if the plate is empty, I'd need to purge, but if I leave a third or a fourth untouched, I'd be fine, even if I can't read today. Calm down. Take a breath. Sometimes I get really nervous because and I think it's because I just talked about the fact that you guys watch me, because usually when I do videos, I try to think of it as something, while I'm recording, I try and think of it as like I'm talking to a big group of people, but they're not talking to me. And I think me talking about you talking to me just gave me, like, I feel like you're here with me right now or something. Like I'm feeling this like connection with you through the screen. And I love that, but it makes me nervous to speak in front of people like in person. And so I'm getting that little nervousness inside. And sometimes that affects my reading and my talking, and I'll stutter sometimes and all that stuff. So, yeah. What was I talking about? Anyway, even if I left a third or fourth untouched, I'd be fine, even if it would have been a huge plate. Now to my question. Do you get stuck with foods that you eat all the time because of habit? Like not a normal habit because you like it or whatever, but rather because of some sort of control thing. I find myself eating the exact same thing almost every day, with every meal having a variety of like 3 different dishes. Even if it would be less calorie-wise with another kind of meal, I'd still pick the one I always do. Yeah. I honestly have no idea why I do this. I was wondering if you relate to this or not. I'm so confused. Wow, this comment got so long. Sorry. I love you. I love you too. And don't worry about it. I like long comments. I absolutely do this. This is exactly what I do. And I have this thing where I have to eat the exact same thing every single night before bed. And I've been like that for a while, but it's been changing as I go through different stages of recovery. Like what I've been eating has been changing. It's been like, for instance, like I talked about this in my other video today, sort of a little bit, I touched on it. What I used to do is I would have the exact same meal when I went to bed. And like once I started recovering anyway, before that, I would just, I either wouldn't really eat at all, or I would just purge up my food, or sometimes I would keep really light things down, like anything that didn't make me feel full. But recently, like a year ago, like when I started this channel, I had a diet that was very specific, not a diet, but a meal that was very specific that I had to eat every single night at bedtime. And if I didn't, I would panic and I would be out of my mind. And I've had that forever. It's just that the meal has changed. I've always had that. I have to have the exact same thing before I go to bed, because for me, it's what I look forward to, because I'm a foodie, I'm a food addict, and I think about it all day, and that's hard sometimes. And I just look so forward to bedtime because I know that that's that's the time I get to eat a meal. And the reason I eat it at bedtime, I know that's not healthy usually, but for me, I have to eat it at bedtime for now, so that I don't have to feel the fullness of it, so that I can digest while I sleep, because it's really hard for me to feel full and not want to purge. So it used to be that like a year ago, and this lasted about 9 or 10 months, that I would eat every single night the exact same thing, which is a can of Progresso lentil soup, and three of those little aluminum, I don't know, little Kool-Aid pouches, like the Capri Sun, except it was Kool-Aid. I would eat 3 of those, but I would put them in the freezer for a little bit, but only for like an hour before, so that then I could smash them and cut them open and dump it out, and it would be like a slushie of Kool-Aid. So that's what I would eat every single night, is and because I always have to have something sweet and something salty too. I know I'm weird. But anyway, over the past few months, as I've been getting better in here, and as I've been noticing that my body can't do that anymore, my body cannot live on sugar anymore, and lentils are great for me, but the other stuff that was in it wasn't the best. Actually, the soup itself is fine, but I would add like cheese and bunch of salt and, you know, whatever. And I still, that wouldn't bother me right now still, but I found a healthier option because I started getting so sick like a month ago, and you guys know this, most of you know this. And so I kind of had to change it and start looking for actual nutrients to keep down, which I never did before. The only thing I ever did was I ate what felt good to me to keep down, what didn't trigger my purging or whatever. But recently I've been focusing more on just nutrition. And so I talked about this in the other video. So lately I eat at bedtime. Throughout the day, I've been doing great because I've been adding more meals. I've been eating a lot better. I've been purging so much less. I am doing so great, and I'm very proud. And so the things I've been eating lately are, I just discovered peanut butter and bananas. That's delicious. How did I never, and everybody knows about it. I had no idea that was so good, and it's so good. So I usually eat like 2 bananas with like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter for like breakfast, and then my lunch meal, it's not breakfast time, but Shanny lunch. My schedule is weird, but anyway, technically my breakfast would be 2 bananas with like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and then my lunch would be probably like either a full bowl of watermelon, like a popcorn bowl size, so like half of a watermelon. I either would eat that for lunch or for dinner, but usually for dinner. I usually save that for bedtime because it's my favorite. It makes me feel the most full, and so I prefer to eat that right before I go to sleep. So for dinner, it's kind of iffy. It just depends on what I feel like my body will keep down. And then at bedtime, like I said, I eat half of a watermelon. I chop it up a certain way. It has to be a certain way. It has to be the perfect ripeness for me to eat it. Otherwise, I'll freak out. And then I also eat something with protein with it, usually cottage cheese. And that's been really good for me, and that's been helping me a lot. Oh, and then I also drink those boost drinks, once a day at least once a day, and that's been helping a lot. So what was your actual question? I am such a rambler. Oh yes, but I know what it's like to have you have to have this exact same meal, these exact 3 things, these exact 2 things, however many things. I get it, girl. I get it. You're not alone. It's because we are obsessed with food. Even anorexics are obsessed with food. They dream about it and think about it all the time. Even if they're not bulimics like us who binge and then just purge it up, even if they're starving themselves all day, I guarantee you they're thinking about food too. Because it's just an addiction that's put around food and control and trauma and all kinds of things linked to it. So it's really a great disease to have. So that was a really long answer. I'm sorry, but... Okay, Fran Brian, are you a boy or a girl? Because your profile picture is a boy, but Fran, isn't that a girl name? Or is it Brian is your name? What is happening? I hate this phone. I don't know how it works. Danny just texted me and asked me if I want to make out. Yes, but I'm filming a video. Come say hi. We'll make out later, sweetheart. So anyway, Fran Brian, are you a girl or a boy? I don't know. Does your throat ever burn when eating fruit or something acidic? Is it an effect of purging? For me, it does if I don't take my Prilosec, and I've talked about this so many times. Omeprazole works too. Whatever. If I don't take that, then yeah, my throat burns like crazy, but I have to take it 3 times a day because of my acid reflux from my bulimia, and I also just have acid reflux also. So yeah, so I guess, yeah, it does if I don't take my meds, but I do, so it doesn't. So, but I felt it, and it freaking sucks. Let's find one more before he comes in here, because he's going to come in and say hi. Sophia Almeida, why don't you try you now? What is this? Everyone's doing this. How do I do this? How do I get it started? Ooh, will you get the bird? Grab the bird. Renee Blakesley says, oh, and speaking of your too cute bird, can you bring him or her out for more of us to see? He is so cute, even if he's annoying when he chirps during your video. LOL. I know, she's so loud. It's a she. Her name is Buddy, so I don't blame you if you think it's a boy, but they told me it was a boy when we got her, and so I named it Buddy, and then we found out that it was a girl when we had to take her to the vet because she was sick. They're like, this is a girl. But we had already had her for like a year and got used to calling her Buddy, so we still just call her Buddy, so. You wanna come say hi? Hello. Do you wanna say hi? Wanna say hi? Don't poop. I think she just pooped while she flew. Can you find the poop? You did it! Well, that was her.
That was her.
You want to answer your question, Danny, to end it on?
Yeah, sure, why not? What do we got?
Let's find a good one. Entertain them while I look. I'm liking the side, like, isn't this cute? The little
Just
side,
like that?
like a side comb thing.
I used to do this when I was young.
So handsome. You're cute.
Thank you. Do you like my shirt, though? That's what I'm really digging right now.
I know. It looks good.
I should have saved this for tomorrow, but... Oops.
Yeah, we fight, you guys, and everybody fights. That's part of it. Like I was talking earlier about, it might have been the other Q&A where people were asking, like, why is our marriage so strong? How do we do this? How do we...
Because we fight.
Because we get through. Tell them about the other day with the baptism. Like, so we got in a really bad fight.
Yeah.
The day of my niece's baptism, and it was, I've never had a fight that bad with you, have we? I don't know where it came from. We
were both under a lot of stress.
We both had a mental breakdown at the same time,
Yeah.
and that's a bad combination. And so we had this huge fight about every little thing possible, and we know how to push each other's buttons, and we know what to bring up to hurt other people's each other's feelings, because we know each other so well. Like, it was just one of those awful fights, and it got to the point where I was like, Danny, I don't even want to ride with you in the car to the baptism. So I had my brother-in-law came and pick him up, and my sister came and picked me up, and we drove separately. So we get to the baptism, and Danny was sitting in the front row, and so I went and sat in the back row, and I lasted, what, 30 seconds? 30 seconds, maybe? A minute? Maybe 5 minutes? I don't know. And I finally was like, I can't. So I went over to him, and I looked at him, and we both looked at each other. I love you, and I'm sorry. And like, we can't stay mad at each other for very long. We just can't do it. And again, that's just because we see what each other has been through. We both have been there for each other. There's so many hard things that it's like the little things just don't last. They can't last because we're used to getting through big things. So when we have stupid little fights like that, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing here? That was a waste of time.
Yeah, like, I love you, and I'm sorry, and yeah, and we work through whatever it was that triggered the fight, but usually, if we fight that bad, which is rare, we end up just kind of forgiving each other for those remarks that we knew would push each other's buttons, you know what I mean? Okay, this is long. Hurry, entertain while I find one.
I don't know what to say.
Let's do this one. Okay, April Stone.
April what? Oh. Stone.
April Stone. Hey, Shanny, I love you and all of your videos. Thank you. I love you too. I understand that you don't have a lot of energy, but is there any chance you would do a meet and greet? I live in Utah, and I would love to meet you and give you the biggest hug. I smiled so big when I first saw this comment. That's so cool. Like, I didn't even know people in Utah were on YouTube or like watched it or were on it. No one YouTubes around. No one YouTuberizes around here.
Yeah,
People
they do.
watch YouTube, but they're not YouTubers.
Yeah, they do.
Who?
Paul, he's a huge YouTuber.
He's not on it.
He's on
You
it.
don't see him.
Well, yeah, but he makes YouTube videos. You don't have to be a on-screen YouTuber.
The
Be a
Shaytards
YouTuber.
used to live in Utah, I think, but then they moved to Idaho. Would love to meet them. To answer your question, I don't know. How do I do? Well, I have dreams for my future of doing like shows or conventions or something where I can like give speeches when I'm brave enough on self-love and
There might be that gig for you still.
I'm not ready for it.
Clarence's wife.
I'm not ready for
Hey,
it.
Clarence,
I'm not
what's
ready
up?
for
I
it.
know you're
I'm not
watching,
ready for
so give us the information
What do
so
you
Shanny
want
can
from
be a
me?
keynote speaker.
What do you want? He didn't. What do they want me to do?
So his wife runs like a positive body image type deal, right?
Mhm.
So it's all women, and not all women, but it's more geared toward women, I guess. And Clarence, you can totally call me up and call me a lion sack of crap if you want, because I'm making
That's
this up.
really cool.
But she, Maria, Clarence's wife, who is very involved in it, wanted to know if you would come to talk about what you talk about here and encourage everybody to do better and stuff like that. So
I could probably do it.
I think that'd be sweet.
I could probably do it. So that's the only time I would imagine doing a meet and greet is if I had like some sort of a show or a convention or a speech or something to go with it. I don't know. Like, I feel like it would be awkward for me to just be like,
Hey, come meet me.
meet me at the park and
Because
we'll
I'm popular.
stand in line and shake my hand. Like, I don't know.
We could set up a
Like,
little table.
I just
you
don't
know?
think I have enough followers yet to do that. Maybe if I had, I think you'd be the only one to show up, so we could go to lunch instead. Where in Utah do you live? No, I don't do lunch. But we could do something, like, where do you live? Where do you live in the things? Okay, I've tortured you enough. Thank you for watching today, and please subscribe to my channel. It is growing finally again. It's starting to grow again. I've just passed 11,111 and 11,111,
There you go.
which is I love that number. My OCD loves that number. So keep on subscribing, and please share this with people, you guys. I need to get my shut that bird up. I need to get my message further and help more people and help the youngins out there, and in turn that will help me. So please do everything you can possible to get me more subscribers, please. I just want to help as many people as I can. So and then give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you have any questions for next week's Q&A video, which will be another long one, that's just gonna be how it is now. It's gonna be 2 20 to 30 minute long Q&As every single week, because a lot of you like those, and if you don't want to watch it, then don't watch it. No big deal. So yeah, so that's all. I will see you tomorrow for another video, and you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye. Was that good?